are getting the service to get to your goal. Just like how you go work out. You pay a trainer to help you train so that way you can be physically fit.
Благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки. Мы в поисках больших денег, мы в деле круглые сутки. Благослови
Pimped Out Radio Show, man, they everywhere.
Благослови моих братьев. Благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки. Мы в поисках больших денег, мы в деле круглые сутки. Благослови моих братьев. Благослови моих братьев. Я скрутил себе подножку, я выдыхаю
The best jam I have ever eaten.
Oh, wow.
I have that as a testimonial.
И не играй со мной свою роль. Со мной молодые братья. Мы возьмем котлеты наличных себе на завтрак. Сегодня-завтра, неважно как я. You, эй, yeah. Благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки, мы в поисках.
Hey y'all, tune in for another episode of Pimped Out Radio Show. I'm your host Andres, and I'm here on location on Riverside with Miss Zah'Kia, who is the owner, founder, proprietor of Skin on 10.
Yes.
See, now I'm sitting there, make sure I don't mess that up. I get it. Business brand identity. So let's see here. Started. Okay, so you've been doing skincare for about 3-4 years. Started with a line. Now you have a physical location. You're licensed as a what do you like? Esthetician. Which I'm sure that was a journey in itself as well.
Yes.
But let's take us back to why even pursue entrepreneurial endeavors.
So, that's a good question. What drove me to entrepreneur? I think entrepreneur actually chose me. I didn't go looking for being an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship chose me. Since I was a kid, since I had been in school, even throughout high school, I've had a passion for marketing. That has always been a really big excitement for me. Back in high school, I used to take a lot of classes. Majority of my classes for my the extra classes, they had like extracurricular classes. So I always chose marketing, and from the first time I heard about entrepreneurship, that has just been it was very exciting for me. And then years came later, I just decided to start my own skincare line. And that actually came from one of my family members. She was diagnosed with lupus, and she hated going out. She wasn't really confident. She was going a lot. Just mentally, it was just draining her. So she used to always ask me "Here, you always do good brows. Can you do my brows, or can you help cover some of this up?" So then the makeup started coming. Then after that, the skincare started coming. So I was like, okay, since I could do that to your skin, let me try making some turmeric. And that was my very first product.
Yeah.
So then the entrepreneur life just chose me. I was like, let's do it. I started selling my turmeric mask. That was my first product. She saw how well it did with her skin, and the entrepreneur life just chose me after it.
Okay. So you remember the 4 P's of marketing?
The 4 P's of marketing? Promote, plan.
Not plan.
Look, let me be real. I don't remember that part. And I do know you gotta promote.
Yeah. But no, that is definitely one of the ones you really have to do. But price, promote, place, and product.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the 4 P's of marketing.
Price, promote, plan, product. Okay, cool.
I have a degree in business with a concentration in marketing. I went to Fort Valley for that. That was way back in the day. I graduated. But that's what I wanted to do too. So I definitely love the fact that you love marketing. So I can have a whole nother conversation about that in itself. But we're here to have the conversation about skincare. So as you're putting this out, and you know, I love the fact that you said it chose you because you saw a need, because your family member didn't want to go out and socialize.
Right.
So that's like your why, is to like you give people back, or I imagine your why for your business is that you give people back the opportunity to go and have fun and to feel confident within themselves.
Yes.
And you do it through the means of skincare, which is the biggest organ, you know what I'm saying, on your body.
Yes. That's the first thing you see. The first thing you see, and it's better than, you know, covering your blemishes or your acne. Like, just making the overall change in someone's life is what drove me, you know, being able to see all of my clients smile after the end of their service, feeling just confident about themselves, or me just changing their whole appearance. Like that is what, you know, gave me that drive to keep going. Okay. No matter what challenges I faced, that's what kept me going. That's
what's up. That's what I love to hear. So with your business model, you have both sides. You have product, and then you also have service.
Yes.
So what have you been able to see the difference between the two?
The difference between the two, there's not too big of a difference between the two, honestly, because they go hand in hand. The biggest difference is me actually doing the service, and my product would be more so for the at-home care to maintain the service that I gave you.
Okay, so what about like getting new customers or potential customers to recognize the value in the service? Because you know, sometimes when we provide a service, it's not tangible until you interact with them.
Right.
But getting them to the door, or to accept, like, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, this will be good for you, and it's not necessarily something that should be looked upon as a luxury, but as more of something that you should do regularly and maintain.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from with that. So yes, that is the big thing that I try to get my customers to understand. When you come to Skin on 10, you are making an investment for yourself. You are getting the service to get to your goal. Just like how you go work out. You pay a trainer to help you train so that way you can be physically fit. That will help you whether you have any type of health conditions or if you just overall just want to get fit. You know, you have to invest in yourself to get to your goal. So I am an investment. It's more of an investment than a luxury service. Yes, what I do provide you the luxury, because you get the luxury of feeling my hands roll through your face, the products absorbing you. You get the feeling of, you know, someone massaging and, you know, helping you with your lymphatic systems or whatever. You get the luxury of feeling those things, but you also get the luxury and the enhancement that comes after my service. So I would rather you look good and feel good than you just be like, oh, I just got a facial today, you know. It's more than just a facial with me. I'm changing lives.
No, you are, because in providing a service and like even people's confidence and whatever the case that they may be doing, or like you said, we carry a lot of toxins in our body, and we can exfoliate them through the skin. We can expel them. Yes. So I think that's definitely a great thing, and therefore healthier skin shows that, you know, you have a more healthier body internally. Right. So as far as like, you know, just being a business owner, entrepreneurship, and going through this journey, because you've been doing it for, I'm like, you're not a rookie. I'm like, you built some experience. What has been like, you know what I'm saying, your biggest lesson that you've learned?
The biggest lesson that I learned as an entrepreneur, you gotta learn how to invest. You have to learn how to not be afraid of what could go wrong, because with the entrepreneur, you don't know what kind, like how your money is gonna come in. You know, it goes up and down. You may do good one week, you do bad the next week. But the most important thing to invest in is knowledge. You need to know how to market. You need to know how to brand. You need to know how to get around people who are hitting those targets that you are trying to get on, so that way your business can stay up You have to know how to network. You can't be shy in this business. So I've been doing a lot of self-evaluation lately as a business owner, as well as my mental health. You know, you got to have a relationship with God, because, you know, he is the source of our provision. So without that relationship with God and the resources that he provide you to get to your goal, your business will fail.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. So, with that being said, how do you feel like the current climate of Macon, Middle Georgia area for entrepreneurship? Is it a lot of resources for entrepreneurs starting out and things of that nature, or wanting to take that next step? Or do you feel like sometimes the information might be hidden behind too many doors? Or
there's a lot of hidden talent in Macon. I feel that we have a lot of people who know a lot about what we do. It's just, you know, networking. We have to do better as a community when it comes to networking and helping the next person, because we have a lot of hidden jewels in Macon, Georgia. My goal is, you know, with me being from Macon, with me gaining knowledge, I can help others, other small business owners, because there is a big need. They're taking everything away from us. So we have to travel other places to get the services that we want. But we have so many hidden jewels right here in Macon, and the more we get to network with each other, the bigger we'll grow. So I believe that there are a lot of resources. It's just, you know, hopefully after this interview, some of those people would, you know, reach out to me, because we can make some money.
Yeah, no,
I love making
see
money.
it. I've been doing this. I didn't give you my background as far as business. I've been a full-time entrepreneur since 2013. I've been an entrepreneur since 2005. And what I've come to see here recently, within the last 4 or 5 years, more collaborations, more people really helping one another, Black-owned businesses really being supported and embraced. Now, I see where other people complain, but I also, like, I try to tell people, if you put yourself out there in the manner that you're supposed to put yourself out there, you'll get the results that you're looking for. But some people misrepresent themselves.
Right.
And you can tell someone's intentions just by their first encounter with you. So when your intentions are ill, then, you know, don't expect people to support that. Right.
You have to have a passion. You know, I've never been a money hungry person, because my blessings come from God. So anything that he put in me to give away, I am really big when it comes to giving. So when I learn some new things and I want to help my community, and it's in my heart to do that, I'm gonna do it. You know. And I've paid a lot of money for the knowledge that I have. I invested that knowledge. Not to say that every service, you know, every knowledge will be free. But to help you get to that next level, like that first step, or, you know, just leading you into the right hands of the people who can help you, I am all for it. You know, I'm not selfish at all. I love to watch and see people grow. I love to, you know, network. You know, I'm the go-to when it comes to bringing everybody together. I also had created a social media group. It's called Royal Hustlers Networking. Okay. Absolutely free.
Which platform is that on?
That is on Facebook, actually.
So
It's a Facebook group. It's called Royal Hustlers Networking, and I bring the community together for entrepreneurs to, you know, put their brand out there for absolutely free. So others can get to know them, and, you know, we can network together.
Okay, so I think you're in that same, you're a part of the 478 Black-Owned Business Connect, right?
I believe I am. I have so many groups, but anything that has something to do with making and marketing, that's a positive platform, I'm definitely a part of it.
Okay.
I go around Black, what is it, the Wall Street. I'm on all of those.
Okay, so you being administrator of the Royal Hustlers, have you noticed that where Facebook allows you to feature to tag everyone? So what I've been doing in the 478 Black-Owned Business Connect, I've been tagging everyone, but I highlight businesses on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
And people, I've been doing it since the end of August. and people have been loving it.
Okay.
They're getting more exposure now. It's reaching more. Like, I still get notifications on my phone from posts that are 2-3 weeks old. Because people are seeing it, and the more people interact with it, of course, the more it shows up in the feed.
Yeah.
What I posted a while ago is like social media, as far as like it's changing its parameters. It has changed its parameters. Like, there's no really organic growth like super growth anymore.
Right.
It's more about being strategic and how you put it out there, and also using the ads and stuff too. Because the days of like, your reach. And like when people post and stuff, I'll be showing them, like, if you go and look at the insights, they don't reach as much as they used to.
Exactly.
So you have to do more.
They have this system built where it's kind of hard to get those people. Like you could post all day and people like, I didn't see that.
Yeah, because it doesn't show up in their feed if they interact with it. And I tell people that with Facebook in particular, when you post, it only shows like maybe a few percent, like 2-3% of your audience, and then if they interact with it, it'll jump up to like 5, 7, and then 10, and then it just climbs that way. The more they interact with it, the more they see it.
Yeah.
The other people see it in your audience or whatever. But I tell people like 4 or 5 years ago, Facebook and all these other platforms, I get it. They're free, but they still got to make their money.
Right.
So in order to make the money, they got to use services, pay for ads and stuff. But my thing is, like, when it comes to marketing, because I market, right? I have a whole company called Baked Out Marketing. I have to make that radio show, this platform, an app, a website that gets thousands of views, unique views a month. Like I think last year I had 757,000 hits. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's how much advertising I'm doing.
Really good.
So we can talk about some stuff afterwards. But I'm really like trying to educate people and let them know. I think in our community we're at a disadvantage because when we open up a business, we don't think about marketing. We don't think about what it takes to really push your business to that level to where you have constant inquiries, so therefore you can translate those inquiries into customers. Because everybody who calls not going to be a customer.
Right.
So, we're talking about all of this, and you going through this, you're a business owner, entrepreneur. Like, what's the one thing that you don't like about being a business owner / entrepreneur?
You got to spend your own money. So let's just say you definitely need to make sure that you are connected with the right sources, the resources to get other people's money. We don't want to spend our money. We need to be financially or have your credit well established enough to use other people's money, because it's a come in and come out. Like, you can spend so much in your business and have to, you have to put it in a budget plan. Like, everything has to fit the budget plan. So I would tell myself as well as others, if you are paying out of pocket, you got to make sure it fits the budget. You got to literally write everything out. I
love the fact that you actually said the word budget. Because I run across a lot of people and I don't hear words like that, so it lets me know that I'm like, I'm not saying that they're doing anything wrong, but numbers, budgets, hold you accountable. Yeah, they don't lie. They hold you accountable with your decision making process, and sometimes we want our business to be like a 10-year business and have all those resources, but we're only 2 or 3 years and we don't have that.
You have to walk in with a mentality that your business is here to stay. If you want other places where you're staying, I can see Skin on 10 in Miami. I can see Skin on 10 in New York. I can see Skin on 10 in Vegas. I can see Skin on 10 in California. That's just how big I know that my services as well as my brand it's gonna get there. Yeah, I can assure you it's gonna get there, but you have to know the ins and outs. You have to know the numbers, because without knowing the numbers, you're gonna lose every time. You have to set funds aside to be able to invest in things that is gonna make you profitable. You have to know your profits. You have to have a profit. You have to have something growing other than just this building. It has to be other resources that you have to get attached to be successful. You have to have multiple streams of income.
All the stuff I'll be telling y'all right here, this interview right here, I don't run across that many business owners who actually say the same thing that I say to y'all.
It's the truth. You wanna hit 6 figures. You gotta have a 6-figure mind. You gotta hang around people who make 6 figures.
Yeah, is it? See, I'm loving
You're
this.
not gonna just wake up one day and have 1 million sales.
No, you're
Because I can assure you, the same $1 billion that Apple make a year, they spend probably about 70% of that out. So, and that's just for updates on your phone or the newest thing. They spend so much money out. So there's gonna be some money come in, but there's also gonna be a lot of money out. And the biggest thing that you need to know is that percentage amount that is coming out, so that way you can stay on top.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So, I like you pretty much wrapped up an interview.
Right. I don't know, like it's so much knowledge in his brain, because like I said, this is bigger than Skin on 10.
Yeah.
This is bigger than me.
Yeah.
I have the power to change a lot of people's minds, and as well as their faces. You know,
Exactly.
with my brain.
So, when you started this business, how did your core, your inner network, your family, friends, whomever you had at the time, whether or not it's changed, how did they feel about you doing this? Because sometimes, you know, we can tell our ideas to others, and they're like, they'll project their own insecurities onto us, and then they'll eliminate that. And then some of them are like, you know, cheering for us.
So when I first started out, let's just be all the way honest. I have a lot of family that supports my business, especially on my biological father's side of the family. And I'm not gonna shade anybody, because all my family is very supportive, but those were the first ones that came to me. And they always been supporting my business, like from the time I started my products to the time I started school to the time I started services. My family has been very supportive. Now, I have had a few family members, I'm not gonna call no name out, but I have had a few family members like, girl, you need to stay on your job. Girl, don't quit your job. You crazy. You stupid. I left a company, and I'm not calling no name, but I have been with them for 4 years. One of the top companies in Middle Georgia. And I was with them for 4 years. It was like really a really big thing when I left, because I was making, you know, some pretty decent income. And then I ended up leaving. So when I left, a lot of people shamed me for leaving. But the reason why I left and how I knew that this was for me, my family ended up being like, okay, I see what she's doing now. Because let me tell you how it started. So 2019, okay, I was already making my skincare products, telling all my coworkers at my old job, like, how I'm about to start Skin on 10. They was like, go, girl, go. So one of my friends, she was my supervisor. And I have to tell her name is Nari French. She also owned a clothing store, Nari French. Yes, here in Macon.
Okay,
so she
hooked me up with her.
Yes, so she put me on with a girl who taught me dermaplaning.
Okay.
And she's a licensed esthetician. I learned dermaplaning because she was just like, Kia, you gotta go for it, you know. And then the pandemic broke out. I was like, you know, we had to go home. We wasn't in the office no more. And then time just started going by. I was like, you know, I had already been saying I wanted to go to aesthetic school. So when I just found the opportunity to go, I didn't care what was going on, care how my work schedule was looking, because it always boiled down to my work schedule at that old job. Like, it would not allow me to follow my dreams. So I made the executive decision to go to school. During the pandemic, we did not have to go in class physically. We did it online. So then, you know, we was working from home. I was going to school online. So they told me my schedule was going to be from 9 to 1 online. My work schedule was from 2:45 till midnight. So, and that's working for the company. So, you know, I made it work. That first 4 or 5 months, then we had to go back to school. We had to be on campus. I still had that job. I didn't care, because when I walked in, I said, I don't care what this job got going on. I know what I'm finna do. So then I transitioned. I went on and finished school. I didn't care what the job was talking about. So my job ended up changing my schedule to where I have to be to work now at like 3. My class let out at 1. I have an almost 2-hour drive to school. Well, to and from school. So I made it. When I got out of school, I went straight home, hopped on that phone. I had like 15 minutes to get on that phone. So traffic messed me up. Like, hey, I'm late. But I just was so passionate about help, following my dreams as an esthetician and helping others. That none of that mattered, and God just made a way. So I ended up doing that for a whole year. Graduated school. My family looked back at me like, when I left that jump, when I graduated, I left the company. I got what I needed. I left. And my family was looking at me crazy, and now they see me with my own business. That's like, okay, I see you doing your thing now. Now I want to invest in you. You could keep your money. It's like,
I love that though. It's showing your perseverance and your determination, and you're singularly focused on your goal,
right?
And you're able to achieve your goals. So now you got new goals. I was gonna ask you something about being an esthetician. Do you feel that there's still room for that industry here?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, it's definitely a need. And I've also learned that everybody is not meant for me. That everybody's not meant for me. My main people are the ones like yourself, who's always camera ready. Lawyers, doctors, people who are on a day-to-day basis having to see people. Those are my targeted audiences. And people who have a need for it, who really needs help getting to their goals. So I know that I'm not for everybody, but there is definitely a big need for aesthetics because we are the face. We're the skin.
Okay. That's what's I like that. I like that your target audience too.
We are the darkness.
Yeah, you are. So when you're on, because you have to balance, right? Working and taking care of your skin as an esthetician. Now that you have this knowledge, is it somebody you go to on a regular, or when you do go to people, are you a little bit more critical?
Yeah, I am critical. I don't go to know anybody. And honestly, I haven't been to nobody since school. I usually do it myself. Even when it comes to like the little dark spots I have on my face, I purposely created dark spots on my face because I wanted to try my own products.
Oh, okay.
So I actually have a YouTube video coming up pretty soon about the start to finish. And right now we're almost close to the finish because my dark spots are clearing. I have these new skin brightening pads that is medical grade, and it brightened my skin really, really good.
That's dope.
From start to finish. I even have before and afters right now just off my forehead. Like I had this big old dark spot on my forehead, and I was able to transition that, and it's gone now. Like it's gone.
That's what's up. I'm like, I love the fact that you got these different products and you're saying all these different things. You remind me of, because I've interviewed, I don't know if you can tell, a few estheticians. And there was a lady out in California, who was it, Rebecca, I believe. She came out with acne pads and stuff, and a big company wanted to buy them.
Oh, really?
And, and she told them no, because sometimes when we start creating stuff, they want to buy it from us, and like individually, it's a great look, but the reason for it is to squash it, because it goes against what's being sold in the current market, and they know that if that product is allowed to blossom, it will take away the shares, the market share. So I love the fact that you're saying all this stuff. I see you, like you said, I see you taking off.
I have to try. Sometimes I have to test them myself because I don't have no consistent people who would just sit there and just do, like, even when it comes to my turmeric and honey mask, it's like my #1 seller. When it comes to brighten skin, people's like, oh my god, this is some bomb, turmeric scrub or turmeric mask. But where my pictures, sis? It's so bomb, but where are my pictures?
I'll teach you how to get that,
where are my pictures?
Okay, so a couple more things. One, how would you rate my skin? Being, you can see it and stuff like that. Your professional
You have
opinion.
very large pores.
Okay.
Typically, that could be a big sign of oily skin.
Okay.
So I would definitely start, exfoliating a little bit more around your cheeks.
Yeah,
That'll help
I've heard
prevent
that.
the blackheads, because I can tell right now if I go and get my tool, I'm gonna see a lot of it come out.
Okay, so I need to do that. Cool. I got oily skin.
Yes.
I don't do a whole lot of exfoliate. I see the need for it though, but I just haven't. I just haven't done it. It's just me being me. Not saying that I wouldn't pay for the service or I wouldn't encourage it and promote it. It's just me being me. I never was like that type of person to really care about aesthetics like that. But I do see the value in talking to a lot of individuals like yourself, and it like really resonates with me. So I'll probably book in a session just because I was looking at your videos. I was like, man, that looks so comfortable and stuff. Like just get a massage and all that. So we'll definitely set it up. But for everybody out there who's gonna watch this video and stuff like that, go ahead, social media, how they need to contact you, book appointments, things of that nature.
Thank you. You can follow me on Instagram. My hashtag, not hashtag. My Instagram name is _skin-on-10, and that's SKINON 10_. So it's _skin-on-10_. You can also follow me on Facebook. I go by Mova Z the Skin Healer. Skin on 10 also has a Facebook page as well, and you can also find me on YouTube. And I do a lot of hands-on in the spa.
The teas are coming. 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 The teas are coming.
So on YouTube, I give you the ultimate experience on what it's like to be a client inside of my spa. I also like to do videos of before and afters on myself, just giving you all type of free giveaways for those who are engaged. Just make sure that you stay tuned, be subscribed, and also join my email list on my website, which is www.skinon10.co.
Well, there you have it. Thank you for your story. I appreciate this, and I love. I can tell you're very passionate, like you said, and I can see your trajectory really going. So y'all make sure y'all go and support.
Yes, come on.
You're in the middle Georgia area, not just Macon.
Yes.
Drop on in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Book your appointment. Go to the website, Skin on 10.
Yes, skinon10.co.
.co. Skinon10.co.
Yes.
And if y'all have not already, go ahead and keep following the Facebook page, YouTube page, and download the Bank That Radio Show app.
Yes, thank you, and I cannot wait to service you.
Я скрутил себе подольше, я выдыхаю
The best jam I have ever eaten.
Oh, wow.
I have that as a testimonial.
И не играй со мной свою роль. Со мной молодые братья. Мы возьмем котлеты наличных себе на завтра. Сегодня-завтра, неважно как я.